The rec room of the Valiant Dawn hummed with the low murmur of exhausted soldiers. Melissa sat at the corner table, her combat exosuit powered down to minimal functions, still feeling the phantom weight of her plasma rifle. Across from her, Kathara, the Zenthari war hero whose exploits had become legend across 3-star systems, studied her with 4 amber eyes. "You fought well today, human," Kathara clicked, her mandibles spreading in what passed for a smile among her kind. Her chitinous armor bore scorch marks from the day's battle against the Void Swarm. "For such a soft species, your ferocity surprised me." Daniel, Melissa's squad leader, set down 2 containers of protein gel and slid one toward her. "You should hear her stories," he said, settling into a seat. "Tell her about Earth, Mel." Melissa shook her head, but Kathara leaned forward, her sensory antennae quivering with interest. Around them, other alien soldiers, Grexians with their crystalline skin, morphid blob forms, and a pair of insectoid Vex, gradually quieted, sensing a tale about to unfold. "There's not much to tell," Melissa began. "Earth is just Earth." "Your homeworld is spoken of in whispers," Kathara insisted. "The recruitment officers warn us never to underestimate humans in combat. They say your species evolved in hell itself." Daniel laughed darkly. "She's not wrong, Mel." Melissa sighed, recognizing she wouldn't escape this. "Fine, what do you want to know?" "Start with your planet's classification," suggested Vren, a Grexian tactical officer whose crystalline body refracted the room's light into rainbow patterns. "The databanks list Earth as a Class 9 death world. Only 17 known planets hold that designation." "Class 9, Melissa frowned. "I didn't know we were ranked that high." "High?" Kathara's mandibles clacked in agitation. "It is nearly the maximum rating. Only worlds with actively hostile atmospheres rank higher. Tell me this is an error in the xenobiological surveys." Melissa exchanged a glance with Daniel, who gestured for her to continue. She took a sip of her drink, organizing her thoughts. "Okay, so Earth's atmosphere is composed of 21% oxygen. Most of you breathe oxygen concentrations between 8 and 12%, right?" Heads nodded around the table. "Our air is so reactive that it literally corrodes metal. We call it rust. Over geological time, oxygen poisoned our entire planet. The only reason we survive is because our cells developed mechanisms to handle what is essentially a slow, constant poison." A Vex soldier's antennae drooped. "You breathe poison." "Gets better," Daniel interjected. "Tell them about the water." "Our world is 70% covered in dihydrogen monoxide," Melissa continued. "In its liquid form, it's a universal solvent that can erode stone. It expands when it freezes, shattering whatever contains it. It conducts electricity, and it falls from our sky regularly." Kathara's combat-hardened composure finally cracked. "It falls from your sky." "We call it rain," Melissa said. "Sometimes it freezes midair and pelts down as ice chunks. Sometimes the wind spins it into massive vortices, tornadoes, that rip apart everything in their path with wind speeds exceeding 300 kilometers per hour. Sometimes it builds into hurricanes, storm systems larger than your homeworld's largest continent." "How do you survive these attacks?" Vren asked, his crystalline structure humming with agitation. "We built our cities to withstand them," Daniel said simply. "We studied the patterns, predicted their movements, and adapted." Melissa warmed to the subject. "Then there's the wildlife. Kathara, you mentioned that humans are soft. You're right. We have no natural armor plating, no venom, no claws worth mentioning. We're not particularly strong compared to Earth's apex predators, but we're persistent hunters." "Explain," Kathara demanded. "Before we developed technology, humans hunted by chasing prey until it collapsed from exhaustion. We can regulate our body temperature through sweating, excreting water through our skin to cool down. Most Earth predators overheat if they run too long. We don't. We just keep coming. Some anthropologists believe we literally walked our prey to death." The rec room had gone completely silent. Even the morphid, typically indifferent to most conversations, had shaped sensory organs to focus on Melissa. Our evolutionary path, Melissa continued, was defined by competition with creatures that made your void swarm look gentle, microorganisms that invaded our bodies, requiring our immune systems to wage constant microscopic warfare, megafauna weighing tons that could crush us with a single step, pack hunters with better senses, better weapons, better everything. We survived by being smart, adaptable, and absolutely relentless. The void swarm doesn't negotiate, Kathara said quietly. They don't retreat, they consume everything. I've seen entire colonies fall, but today you humans drove them back from outpost Theta 9. I watched you, Melissa, hold that corridor for 18 minutes while civilians evacuated. 18 minutes against infinite numbers. How? Melissa met the Zenthari's four-eyed gaze. Because on Earth everything wants to kill you. The weather, the animals, the plants. Yes, some of our plants are poisonous or carnivorous. Even the invisible organisms in our water and air. We spent millions of years learning to survive anyway. We learned to look at certain death and ask, how do we win this? Daniel nodded. Humans don't have a concept of unbeatable odds. We have a concept of difficult challenges. There's a saying from Earth, Melissa added. It goes, if you're going through hell, keep going. We've been going through hell since we evolved consciousness. The void swarm is just another thing trying to kill us. We'll figure it out. Kathara sat back, her sensory antennae flat against her skull, a gesture of respect among her people. I have fought in 47 campaigns across 12 systems. I have seen civilizations rise and fall, but I have never met a species that looked at a universe trying to kill them and decided to kill it back. That's not quite accurate, Melissa said with a slight smile. We don't want to kill the universe. We want to understand it, map it, maybe terraform it a bit, make it less hostile. Even more terrifying, Vren whispered. They want to make the universe docile. The rec room erupted in nervous chittering and clicking. Melissa glanced at Daniel, who shrugged. Should I have mentioned the nuclear weapons we invented just to kill each other? Melissa asked innocently. The room went silent again. Another time, Daniel said quickly, let's not give them nightmares. But as the gathering dispersed, Melissa noticed something new in how the alien soldiers looked at the human contingent. Not fear exactly, but a profound respect mixed with cautious awe. They had fought beside a species forged in Earth's crucible, a species that viewed extinction-level threats as problems to be solved rather than fates to be accepted. And somehow, that made the coming battles against the void swarm seem just a little less hopeless.